So, hey, good morning, Jos.
Good morning. Hi there.
Thank you so much for joining us for this Orca Social Chat. For us, there are really 10 reasons out there why B2B companies should be using social technologies more and more. And one of those reasons is to strengthen your corporate brand. And this is really what this chat is going to be all about. Before we dive into those details, would you quickly mind introducing yourself, Jos, and your company?
Hi everybody, my name is Jos van Aanslecht. I am Director of Global Brand Digital and Communications within DSM. DSM is a science-based company, globally active in health, nutrition and materials.
If we look back now in time a little bit, back in 2010, how would you have described DSM as a brand?
Prior to 2010, you could perceive DSM as a fairly conventional B2B company, paying also limited attention to branding. We introduced a new strategy in 2010, which was called Driving Focused Growth, and which in fact meant that we were going to focus all our strength on life sciences and material sciences and creating sustainable solutions in these areas. So at that time, we also developed a design perception of this company, which was much more forward-looking and included elements like market focus, a benefit orientation, a more confidence, and also a more human approach.
Fast forward now 5 years, in 2015, what does DSM stand for as a brand?
In short, you could say DSM is about bright science, brighter living, and bright science, brighter living is also our brand promise. And actually what it means is that we create sustainable solutions with a high social impact, but also with a high environmental impact. One other thing I could add to that is that our brand is very much supported by our core value, and our core value within our company is sustainability, so that we are driving economic prosperity, but alongside that also environmental progress and social impact to create value for all stakeholders. We have made a clear decision no longer to talk about a corporate brand. We are talking about a company brand, and with a company brand you really encompass the whole organization with all the disciplines and all of its products. So now we are being perceived as this forward-looking, market-focused, benefit-oriented, more human company, which has a very clear focus.
And when you created that new company brand around DSM, how did social technologies actually help you do that?
What we really started to do is to create a presence in the most important social channels. We then also really started to create a relevant followership. This we did by not really talking about our brand per se, but talking about themes such as circular economy, malnutrition, climate change, health and wellness. And we started to create a lot of content around these themes and started to create conversations with key stakeholders on these areas on our platforms. The people we are connecting with, they don't have conversations with a brand. They don't want to have a conversation with a corporate brand, not even with a company brand. People want to have conversations with people. So we started to create a very relevant social engagement, I would say. And we have added recently to this, say that is our employees really need to unlock the untapped potential of our employees, and that we are working on now for about 2 years, with various programs. For instance, to make them more socially savvy, to create a lot of trainings within the program. We also set up a social media ambassadors group.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on how all of your activities in those social channels strengthening the brand DSM has affected the bottom line of the company?
There is a direct correlation between net promoter score and sales. In terms of bottom line growth, what we see happening is that the better a reputation you have as a brand, the higher a premium you can ask for your products.
Right, excellent. And that trend, since you started activities on social, I guess is positive and upward.
Absolutely, yes.
So if you had to give one single piece of advice to to a B2B company of how to use social technologies to strengthen their corporate brand, what would that be?
The company brand is one of the most important intangible assets, if not the most important intangible asset a company has. The other thing I would like to mention is your brand is really too important to leave to your marketers alone. The brand should really be internalized in the whole company and should be internalized across all disciplines. And lastly, every employee with a Twitter account is a brand ambassador or a potential brand ambassador. So start to use that.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Joost. Thanks for your time today. That was excellent input. We really appreciate that.
All right.
Thank you for DSM.
Okay.